This is part of our parental review process. And we want to get your input on how you'd like to see Reg 2 changed, what sections you'd like to see changed. Get your comments, input tonight. Someone can you go ahead. So first I want to start off with our presentation. Second, I want to open up everything for input on regulation number 2. And if you didn't get a copy, we have a copy of Reg 2. Not everybody is intimately familiar with Reg 2. Even some of us in the Water Division are completely intimate with Reg 2. But it's outside. There's several copies outside, and I think there's some left. And then at the end, I want to go ahead and just call for input. And what I'd like to do, I'll just cover this right now. I'll cover it later too. But I'm going to step over here to the podium, and then if you can come up, I'd like everyone to come up here. That way we can record it. We're recording all of your comments and input that we're going to have tonight. We're going to transcribe that, so we make sure we capture everything. And I'm trying to think of any other housekeeping type things we need to cover. Oh, the cards, right. Thank you. We have cards outside that if you'd like to speak tonight and give your comment, if you can go ahead and fill out those cards that are out there, that would be really helpful. And it has an address and lots of other information. We don't need all that tonight. We just want to get your names to make the input session or input piece more fluid. That's all. So what do? One of our primary at ADEQ, one of our primary things we do is issue and enforce permits. And now the regulations that we use, and permits are based on the regulations. The regulation we use is regulation number 2 for the surface waters for the state of Arkansas. That's regulation number 2. We have many other numbers out there, but just for tonight, Reg 2 is the only one we're talking about. What is Reg 2? Again, like I was saying, it's the regulation for the surface waters for the state. In regulation number 2, well, we are required, according to the Clean Water Act, to have designated uses. Those designated uses, you have to have criteria to protect them. Those criteria or standards can be numeric or they can be narrative. And if you flip through Reg 2, you can see some, for example, pH. All waters of the state must be between 6 and 9. If it's lower than 6 or greater than 9, then aquatic life does not thrive or survive well in those conditions. So that would be a numeric standard. And then a narrative standard, for example, is our 2.509, if I can remember correctly, our nutrient standard, and that is a narrative rather than numeric. Again, the standard set limits for potential pollutants in the water within the permitting system that we have. The Clean Water Act requires states to establish those water quality standards. We have to go back every 3 years and revisit those, revise them. We can tell EPA we don't have our revisions this triennial review. After this 3-year period, we have none, or we have a series of them. There can be, you can go ahead and advance through all those bullets. There could be no changes. We can update certain sections and not others, and open up certain sections and not others. We can add new appropriate standards. We can change the language. We can fix grammatical errors, commas, semicolons, and the like. And again, those that are difficult to interpret, we can change those. And those are some pieces of input that we may receive.